What's up, Dragon Brood? Do y'all remember when we played with Phoenix Fleet Airship for a while and then it kind of just went away? Well, we got new cards for Golgari that should be pretty good, so let's break it out again. So starting at the top, we have some Tragic Trajectory because we are going to be able to remove or sacrifice some things to make it easier to get the -10 out of this. We have some Gene Pollinator and Land of Werewolves to help with mana, Bitter Triumph for some more removal, Obsessive Pursuit generating a bunch of those artifacts that we can get rid of, and actually giving us some lifelink and bigger creatures, which could be helpful. We have some Shoot the Sheriff as well, and then we have Badger Mole Cub getting us some extra bodies, because we are actually a little bit creature light in this deck, but this does also produce mana. A couple of copies of Witherbloom Charm, so we get a little bit of extra removal, but honestly, in a pinch, we can just draw 2 cards sacrificing something. Speaking of which, we have the Ooze to deal with graveyard stuff and another way to put +1/+1s on creatures. We are rocking a full set of the Sentinel of the Nameless City. We have 3 Beseech the Mirror as another way to sacrifice stuff and go find some of our key pieces, namely the Airship if we get lucky. And we're only playing a couple copies of the Airship because we don't need a lot of them, right? Between the Airships and the Beseech the Mirrors, like we can just go get it, fine, you just let it sit there for a couple turns and do its thing. We do have a couple of copies of Leatherhead, though, because if we are able to put counters on this guy, he does become very hard to deal with. And, of course, if you're playing Golgari these days, you're playing Professor Dalian Fel, because this card's just silly good. But yeah, before we get into the games, though, do got to remind you, if you're going to be buying any Magic cards, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com, because you can save 5% on everything you get over there if you just use my code DRAGON while you're shopping. It's DRAGN. But also want to throw in that if you are going to be at any of the events in the months of June and July, be sure to check out these dates. If you're at any of these cities, you can just bring your cards directly to the event and they will just give you cash. That way you don't have to deal with the mail. Because putting your cards in the mail, especially with a lot of them, it feels a little bit risky and it's expensive. This takes those risks away. But all that being said, let's go see if we can fly over for some wins with these airships. Alright, let's keep it. Oh, this is probably just some 4-color control or 5-color control as it is these days. So would not be surprised if that is the case. Alright. We learned last video that the 4-color control decks have turned into 5-color control decks over the last few weeks, apparently. So that's a thing. Yeah, I think we're just going to attack. Kind of a why not sort of situation. Let's go green. We have a counter? I mean, there's got to be something over there. Well, if they're letting us have this, I have to assume the next thing is just like ill-timed explosions or something. Nope, you're just letting us have these things, huh? Then I have no idea what this deck is. Like, I am stumped. I don't know what we're doing. But I'm at least going to take this opportunity to gain some life. Because why not? Yeah. I feel like black is the appropriate answer here. Alright. Dalian Fel is nice against a control pile. Hard to be mad at that. So a sweeper can come down, we'll play Restless Cottage and a Dalian Fel, and then try to take care of our business from there. If there is one, I don't even know. Honestly. Earthbender Ascension. Okay, never mind. We're out. I have no idea what this deck is. Opponent's at 13. Alright. I mean, I guess that's okay. And then we'll just draw that. And then we'll go attacking. I mean, this puts them down to 3. I mean, for all I know, they're going to play, like, I don't know, Ultima, get rid of all the artifacts. And I guess we just play Llanowar Delhi and Fel. Go from there. And the opponent did nothing. Well, that seems weird. Alright, well. I'll attack with this and this. Because I'm just thinking, oh, they didn't have. I thought they were going to return creatures to our hand or something. Yo, this is a diamond. Is this a real deck? Or is this somebody just goofing around trying something? Like, because hey, I'm guilty. I experiment with a lot of decks too. But like, is this a real thing? Like, because I have no idea. Like, truly. Okay. Easy peasy. Come on, big money, no whammies. Oh, our Llanowar Elf survived. Anytime that happens, it feels like you won a small lottery, you know? Like you got the scratcher that's like $5, but you only paid $2 for the ticket. That's what that feels like. Like you didn't win a bunch, but you won enough that you could feel good for about 5 minutes. This guy does indeed cost 2 or less. Look at that. Love that for us. Let's go ahead and play this while we have a chance. Put that on green. Go ahead and crack a map. Why not? The ooze. The ooze actually is relevant. If this is the... This has to be the combo deck. That's the only thing that plays this. They do sometimes flashback stuff from the yard and whatnot, so... Being able to get rid of key cards could be important. I am taking a chance here that they could have... Oh, no. I was going to say, taking a chance that they could have ill-timed explosions. But if they don't, the game's probably going to be over. And most of those decks don't play ill-timed explosion because they're playing like the Stallion and the little 2/2 that if you play something that costs 5 or more, generates more mana. So I think we're okay. Especially with Leatherhead having a... Yeah, that dude. That's the guy I was thinking of. Opponent's at 12. I'm trying to think if what we can go get that could generate another couple points, but I don't think we have it. So what I want to do is attempt to cast Besiege the Mirror. Alright, we'll go get Delhi Fel. We will play Delhi Fel. And then Delhi Fel will get rid of a blocker.
Congratulations. You have a chance to impress me.
Alright, cool. Yeah, the option from there was just going to be play the ooze to make sure they're not getting anything back from the yard, and then we're just playing the top deck game with Delhi Fel if something went sideways. But yeah, not bad. That one we felt like we got a little lucky because we had early removal for the key parts in that deck. Oh boy. Yeesh. Alright, we'll try it. Feels a little bit dangerous. Okay, we found a third land. That makes life not so scary. We still need a 4th mana, but at least 3 allows us to function. We could do some stuff with an ooze, maybe. Well, we know we're going to need ooze, I guess, so that's a whole lot of not fun. Now we have to decide if they have a way to destroy the ooze or not. I got Cavernous Souls. They're probably going to want to play that next turn. We did also get Restless Cottage, which helps. Let's just pass a turn. They may play their enchantment that just gets rid of the ooze here. Nope. Since they played Cottage, we know that's... Or, Caverns. We know that's not going to be a thing. No! They had a Wistfulness, too. Gosh dang it. Okay. Wait, are they just using it to draw? They're not using it to destroy the... What? Is that not the other part of this? Yeah. Okay. Sure. I guess they just really needed to get those dudes in their yard, but... That feels weird. But I'm here for it, I guess. Yeah, we have so many options I wasn't expecting to have. So we can Badger Mole into a Sentinel. We can just Delian Fell. I don't think we really need to, because if they copy any, they're copying a Wistfulness, and they're probably getting rid of that. So let's go ahead and go with Badger Mole into Sentinel. Oh, wait. Oh, I messed up. I could have got rid of both Wistfulness there, because I could have just attacked with the Cottage. I wasn't even thinking. I was going to turn it on with the Badger Mole Cub. Ah, that's so dumb. Such a mistake. Yeah, that's totally my fault. I could have got rid of both of the relevant cards. Ooh, I got lucky they didn't have it, though. They can only return a land, so that's fine. They are loading the yard up, though, so we have to be aware. Unless they have another Wistfulness, which is possible, I suppose. And they have double Arden. Alright, sure. What do you want to return? I mean, I have a lot of targets, so you take your pick, man. Alright, we'll go ahead and use it. Get rid of Arden. It doesn't really do much, so we don't mind that, really. We'll replay the ooze. We will map. I guess I'll keep that. I was thinking I can attack and make our Restless Cottage a 2/2. But I don't think that's good enough. And we're only really worried about another Arden, right? Like, another Deceit is just whatever. So, sure. Let's split the difference, just in case they have something that wants to make our Sentinel unhappy. And then we'll just see... Oh, they're not even blocking? Oh, that's wild. Yeah, this game has not progressed the way I would have expected it to. Yeah, we get rid of Arden. Like, now if they get rid of the ooze, it's just like, sure, do your thing, I guess. Oh, they paid blue and not green into it? Oh, great. Sounds awesome. Love that for us. We have plenty of mana. So let's crack a map. We'll take 2. Putting that on black. We'll just pay the life. Get you out of the way. Then we'll crack a mutagen token. And go attacking. Mostly so we can just start getting stuff out of their yard and just make sure we don't have to deal with anything. And then if things go sideways, we have a backup of Delian Fell, and we can beseech the mirror, so it's fine. In the turn. I don't think there's anything we're really afraid of in the yard. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah, got a little sloppy on that one turn where I could have used the Restless Cottage. It would have made this game a little bit easier. But also, there was a chance where they could have got rid of the ooze and didn't because they wanted to draw on discard. So, I don't know. Things kind of got a little sideways in this game. I might have had to use a Beseech the Mirror just to go look for another ooze, honestly. Oh, man. I think we have to mulligan this. This is just way too slow, especially if Llanowar Elf dies. And we don't even have anything to sacrifice. Like, that would have been all kinds of bad. We got 2 pursuits. Yeah, this could be rough. Alright, this has to go on black, I guess? Whew. Oh, that Deep Cavern Bat's super good, opponent. I mean, we mulligan into a bad hand. We're going to need a lot to go right. I mean, opponent, just take our Bitter Triumph and just start wrecking us. Yeah, I was going to say, there's not really much other choice. That seemed like the only thing to do. I mean, then here, you just play Blech or whatever, right? Just start going ham. Sure. I mean, we need to find like our tragic trajectory or something. Might be the only thing. Yeah, that's not going to cut it for us. All right, that's tough. Yeah, so I was saying, like, you have that. I don't think we're getting out of it here. Yeah, because now I need the other Bitter Triumph. That is not it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's any real way we can get out of this, right? I mean, because we're not going to, like, triple block black. I mean, I guess we could. Oh, man. I guess if Mole lives, we could pursuit sack on the maps, maybe? God, this is not good. This is problematic in so many ways. But I think this is all we can do. And maybe if they don't have removal, it's possible they don't want to run. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we're just chump blocking with the Badger Maul. I have no clue. This whole thing is bad. Yeah, no attacks, obviously. I mean, opponent got the Deep Cavern Bat for our 1 removal spell, and we're kind of cooked from here. Yeah, why not have another Deep Cavern Bat? Shoot. If one's good, two's better, right? I mean, you might as well just attack with everything. Like, your other ground dude has Death Touch, and you got a 4/4 behind opponent. Just ship it. I won't even block. Okay, well, that's all you're attacking with, then I'm going to block. like, why not just ship everybody? All right, so it has to be exactly Bitter Triumph for us to even have a chance. Okay, it's not. Because if it was Bitter Triumph, we could have at least like got that back, got rid of black, maybe gained some life, but now we're just out of it. All right. Yeah, that's one that just didn't go our way. Okay, yeah, this kind of looks like a fairly normal hand. I say that, then like Llanowar Elf dies and this hand goes to crap. But in the meantime, we'll see. Well, the ooze is nice if they end up being lessons, but if they're not lessons and they're just doing the other stuff, then, you know. Actually, this still isn't terrible. There's a lot of decks playing this type of stuff these days that want some number of instants or sorceries in their graveyard. We would like to draw some untapped lands, though, so that we can function. All right, another Storm Chaser's talent. Sure. Would you like to bounce my Sentinel of the Nameless City? Of course they would. I mean, if that's all they're doing, then I guess it's mostly okay. Put this on... I guess on black. And we'll just... Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. If they just bounce our Sentinel and come after us again, then, like, so be it. Okay, there's the red mana. So they're not one of the decks that cares about their graveyard being full. Or at least I wouldn't assume that's the case. And we have a couple of answers in case they draw, like, a... what's that thing? The flyer that gets pumped. I don't know why I can't think of the name right now. Oh, well, Wild Ride. Yeah, that's annoying. Sure. I mean, I'm still blocking. I will gladly make that trade. So now we ooze and get rid of the Wild Ride. All right, pass the turn. Stock up. Sure, you got it. Question is, do they have a protective spell? I guess I should have just got rid of their creature when I could. That would have been smarter. Because now I'm going to be in a weird spot of trying to destroy it, but might not have a good option. But we'll see. Oh, they're just going to go for something right now. They're going to make our life easy. Oh, opponent, you got too greedy. Destroy a permanent. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're doing some bad things. Slick Shot. That's the card I was... Oh, there it is. I was just thinking, okay, well, are we dead to a Slick Shot? Because it's quite possible if those are both live cards. Nope, that won't get us. We're in pretty good shape. At least for the moment. I mean, we go to 10. Take our turn. Ooh. That's nice. I think... alright. I'm gonna go ahead and discard the Pursuits. And then only attacking for 5. I'm debating if I want to get rid of one of the talents, but my instinct says yes. And if they just have removal for Leatherhead, I guess they do. Yeah, I just want to take away options. In the turn. Alright, you have another Slick Shot. And another Storm Chaser's talent, it looks like. Alright. And they're going to go for it again, giving something haste. Alright. So now they're just down to Wild Ride. So if I take 3... Oh, but I won't have a reliable way to... That's a situation, isn't it? Go to 7, go to 2, play Delian Fell, go to 5, and they don't have anything in the yard they could get us with, right? Alright, I'm gonna gamble. I mean, obviously, there's burn they can draw and everything else, but situations are what they are. Have to gain 3. I think. I don't feel like that's a real choice. But we might be okay. Oh, we're good now. Yeah, because wherever they target, we just remove. Oh, we're in good shape. It took a minute to get here. The gamble was worth it. Yep, we will get that stock up, friend. Yep. All right. Woo! All right, we'll keep this. This actually isn't bad on the draw. Especially if the opponent plays a turn 1 creature we can get with the trajectory. They did not, though, which worked out because we drew a Llanowar Elf. So, hey, everybody's winning. Do we get to keep a Llanowar Elf? Deceit says, I will be discarding a Badger Mole Cup. Actually, maybe not. They might actually want to get rid of the Ooze if they're doing graveyardy things. Yeah, I think they're going to take the Ooze. Which means we'd have to draw into something with the Pursuit, but... Oh no, they took Badger Mole Cup. Huh. Intriguing. Not what I thought what they were going to take. I mean, it could have to do with other things in their hand and whatnot as well. So, who knows? Alright. I mean, the cool thing is Badger Mole would have helped us, but our hand really isn't a take advantage of Badger Mole situation other than being able to sacrifice the clues with the extra mana. So it's one of those things where like it sucks to lose it, but it doesn't completely hinder us. And the opponent's still there. They're highlighting stuff, but they're also roping. Oh, so they are doing graveyardy things, but they didn't take our Ooze. Yeah, I don't understand at all, actually. I would have just... And then you didn't take anything? What? Oh, I guess because you don't have lands? Alright, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Like, I'm so confused. Alright, just give me a swamp, I guess. Sure, you'll do nicely. And then we might as well play a Pollinator. Because why not? And I might just wait and crack a clue. Because that's better than just getting in for 1. But yeah, if they don't have a way to get rid of the... I mean, I guess. They knew they didn't have mana in hand, so by getting rid of the Badger Mole Cub, they keep us from just racing too far ahead, which kind of makes more sense now. Yep, Formidable Speaker. You got it. Well, we know what we're going to take out of the yard. That's not even a question. What else is in there? Oh, Arden. Yeah, well, we know the targets. All right. We will get the bringer. Whoa, could I not? Wait, why did it pass? Oh, because you're still summoning sick. Duh. I couldn't even have drawn if I wanted to. I should have attacked for 1. So we know they're top decking lands. So I just don't think we have to be in a hurry. I think we just take our time. Yeah. No attacks. I mean, I guess I could go ahead and just put a mutagen token on Pollinator. Just to make sure nothing silly happens. And I can still block. Greeter. Okay, well, just a way to find land. There you go. And they took a green one, which makes sense. All right. So what we're going to do is remove Arden. And then that still leaves a Wistfulness, right? And a Deceit. Wistfulness is rough. I guess we'll have to see what color mana they put into their creature when the time comes. Because obviously we'd like to not lose the ooze. Oh, we have a backup ooze. Well, now maybe we let them keep the Wistfulness. Tap this. Oh, that's pretty nice too. All right. We at least have some options now. We don't have to be in too much of a hurry. Okay, so are we just going to Delian Fell and draw? Yeah, Delian Fell and gain life? That's probably correct. Because we're at least producing a different type of clock if we do that. Like in 2 turns, they get an Overlord, but we have a couple of different removal spells plus Delian Fell. The best they're probably going to do here is Compy Deceit. So they're getting green, green. All right. So since we know that's what they're doing, then we're going to get rid of Wistfulness. And now they have to get Deceit, and they only get one part of it because they got green, green out of their lands. That's what we were waiting to see, though. Yep. Excellent, excellent work. That's all we needed to know. Let's take our turn. Okay. Now this is where we get to try to start doing work. Let's sacrifice a mutagen token. Let's get rid of Cavaro. Let's sack a mutagen token. And how can I leave mana up this way? I can only I can't do what I want to do. I was wanting to attack and gain life this turn, but I don't think we can reliably. So I'm gonna have to wait one more turn. Let's go ahead and set the emblem though. Oh wait, actually, I could have. I forgot I had this in hand because I'm gonna gain life back anyway. Yeah, that was dumb. Anyway, crack one of these. Oh, that's cute. And I think I'm actually going to attack with the Llanowar Elf here. Keep back the bigger creature that can block. Excellent. Love it. Opponent's still going to lose 5. Alright. Should be pretty safe. I played this game very sloppy to this point, but we're not really in any danger. Opponent doesn't have anything worthwhile to get back from the graveyard. Yeah, you're going to bounce something? Sure. They're going to try to kill the Delian Fell, but they don't know that we have other options. No, you had both parts of it. Alright, cool. Then let's just do this now. I'll just pay the 3 life. Just to make sure nothing too screwy happens. Alright. Get rid of that deceit. Oh, Airship's nice. Gain life. Drain the opponent.
The right spell?
Sack one of these. We're going to trajectory on this, and that should do it when it comes time to attack. And again. Alright, go attacking. Nice. Whoo. Well, there's two things we're learning in this video. One, that apparently people love playing the graveyard stuff at Diamond. I don't know why. But I guess if we get the Ooze, our games are pretty good against them. It's sort of what it feels like. So Ooze and Beseech the Mirror are probably our best cards in those fights. Okay. Can't really justify doing anything but keeping this one. Alright. We're using the mana one way or the other. It's just, are we playing... Nah, we're not. I know what we're going to do here. We're going to do this. Turn that on, and then we'll just play the Pursuit. And then just say, hey, here's a bunch of things to deal with. And they'll probably proactively want to get rid of something. Yeah. I mean, second Pursuit? I mean, putting 2 counters a turn on something ain't bad. I ain't gonna lie. But it's not great. We'd rather have a land in that spot. Okay, well, we're going to go with a Sentinel. And we're going to crack a map. Or a clue, not a map. That now we'll crack a map. Okay, well, we found the land. And the important reason to get the Sentinel down there is if they get to a situation... Oh, well, that guy's okay, I guess. I was more worried about them doing board sweepy things and whatever, but that's not a situation here. So let's sack a permanent. Play another Pursuit. Crack a clue. Oh, Delian Fowl. You don't suck. Crack another clue. And then... attack. And this seems good. Yeah, I was going to say, this seems solid. Well, this comes with a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news. Good news, it had a winning record, which is nice. Bad news, we didn't really get to see the airships that much, which is disappointing. Good news, we won a lot of games without the airships. So, I don't know, like maybe we don't need them? I have no clue. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to go ramping up on the ladder, is this your option? You don't have any terrible matchups, though, which I think is good. You know, your removal helps in a lot of those cases. You do have some life gain to come back. You have Beseech the Mirror, which can help you tutor up some stuff. So I like all that stuff that's going on in the deck. So it's solid. It's just not crazy good. I would just say if you're wanting to play Golgari, here's another option I think that's viable that you can get away with that's totally reasonable. You don't have to go way out of your way or... you know, really be concerned about your draws or whatever. It plays pretty smoothly. The mulligans were pretty easy. Yeah, you could probably adjust the numbers plus or minus one here, one there. I mean, based on what you already have in your collection, which is also good. But yeah, I don't know. This one just felt solid. I think that's the way I would describe it. It's just an all-around solid deck that did what it was supposed to do. had a winning record, can't really complain about it. You know, and again, not blowing the doors off of anything, but, you know, it's good enough. But yeah, I'm going to put this link up over on Moxfield. I thought it was cool getting to use some of the new cards with a deck that we really hadn't gotten to see much of lately. But that's all I have for now. We'll see you next time.